Good time zones, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lady in Black, the track that's too tough to tame, Darlington Raceway, right here in Darlington, South Carolina. And we have 147 hard laps coming to you. The question will remain is who is going to stay off the wall or who's going to leave a mark on here at Darlington today. But that all comes down a little bit later today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mike Taylor up here in the booth. Normally alongside me, I have the one, the only, the master of chaos, Dakota LaRue. But I'm not sure what's up. But I'm sure he will join us here in just a little bit. But until we get there, ladies and gentlemen, we're have a good time coming to you. And ladies and gentlemen, before we get underway here today, let's go ahead and take a look here at your current championship standings. It would help if we start with Kirby Wainscott with Chicken Coop Racing. He's got 1 point lead over Chicken Coop Racing teammate Alex Teft. And then Misfits, Troy Thomas is currently sitting in third, just about 4 points back from Alex Teft. Andrew Teft with Chicken Coop Racing, he has got 144 points, who is currently tied for fourth with David Davis with LG Power Sports. Stephen Luttrell, Rowan Lloyd, Brandon Puffenbarger, Curtis Secker, and Timothy Eisburn will round out your top 10. Rob Morris, Cody Benelli, Eric Dodd, Brian LaPratt, Jonathan Stidham, Kensley Smith, Trevor Fettig, Truth Hoke, Adam Squires, and Dana Ryan will round out your top 20. 21st is Steve Sizemore, Sam Lubers, Ryan Warp, James Foster, Chris Lawrence, Dennis Kane, Richie Joplin, Patrick Millett, Hendricks Bromberg, and Aaron Roth will round out your top 30. And rounding out the field, you got Lee Campbell, Brett Bray, Terry Fennell, Matt Metler, and Frank Chavez to round out your 35 championship point standings for the moment. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of good racing for you today. Currently out on track, we've got our drivers heading out here on track to put down their first qualifying laps. Right now, Jeffrey Parker in that number 31 Ford Mustang, he is out front. Brandon Puffenbarger in that number 5 machine, he's heading down the back straightaway for his second attempt here. And out of turn number 4, let's see if he can get a better lap time. And No, he will not be able to get past him. Alex Teft is losing it here on turn number 4. Hits the inside wall. But Adam Squires, he's actually getting ready to come out of turn number 4 to turn in his first lap time. Adam Squires will place it up there with a 29.584. He'll bump the wall there. That will end his lap time. Patrick Millett, he crosses the line with a 29 points. He must have gotten to the outside wall there on that first lap. And the second lap. So David Davis in that 777 machine, he's out here on track now. He is going to go ahead and see what he can get out of this 777 machine. Oh, he loses it out of 4. That is going to be the current trouble spot, and he will cross his line, so he will have one more qualifying lap. Looks like we have 3 drivers down on pit road awaiting to head out onto the track. And that's going to be Jonathan Stidham in that number 42 machine. Kensley Smith in the 99 today. And Stephen Luttrell in the number 36. They're all waiting to come out to begin their lap times. As you see, David Davis coming out of turn number 4. He will get the white flag this time by. The name of the game is keeping it off the wall, which he will not, so he will not get a qualifying lap in. So we're going to turn our attention to Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. Let's go ahead and ride on board here with Stephen as he takes the green flag right there. Now turns 3 and 4 here is a lot tighter, so these drivers will shift from 5th. He tapped the wall there. That might disallow this first lap time. Stephen Luttrell coming out of turn number 2 now. This time, Stephen will keep it off the wall, and this lap time he will be able to put it down a 29 points. 885. So that's going to put him 7th fastest. Andrew Teft coming out of turn number 4 in his number 98 Hooters machine. He's going to drop down a lap time of a 29 points. 611 for 4th quickest. Timothy Eisburn, he's taken to the track in his Shaco LLC number 92 machine as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4 now and down this front straightaway. Got very close to the wall on that one. I'm not sure if he hit it though, but that's going to be something that we have to watch and see when he comes around to take the white flag here on his to start his second lap. And if he's put down a lap time, yes, he was able to with a 29.681. Getting up and close and personal with that wall, not touching it. And that is very important that these guys do not touch the wall in qualifying, as this could disallow their time. And here comes Eisburn out of turn number 4, looking to better his time of a 6.81. And coming to the line, and he missed it by a hair. That's rough. But now we are going to line up these cars down on the track. Alrighty, and let's go ahead and take a look here at your starting lineup for today's race here for the Racers Elite Premier Sunday Series as these drivers get ready to go 147 laps around this fascinating hard circuit. Starting on the pole, Jeffrey Parker in the number 31 Ford Mustang will be joined by the number 5 Brandon Puffenbarger. To his outside, Adam Squires in the number 35 Yahoo machine will be on the inside of row 2. He'll be joined by Andrew Teft in his number 98 Hooters machine. Timothy Eisburn in the Shadeco LLC number 92 will be joined by the number 19 of Cody Benelli. Row number 4, you got Sam Lubers in the number 16. He'll be joined by Stephen Luttrell in the number 36 machine. Alex Teft will be in the number 43. Will be joined by David Davis in the 777 machine. Kirby Wainscott in the number 10. He'll be joined by the 45 of Ryan Ward. Patrick Millett in the number 14 machine. He'll be joined by the number 99 of Kensley Smith. Jonathan Stidham in the number 42 will be joined by the 711 of Trevor Fettig. And to round out your field, Chris Lawrence in that number 54 machine. He will round out your field here today at Darlington Darlington Raceway. And let me tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we are in for an absolute treat as these drivers get ready to go green flag for the first time here at Darlington. And Jeffrey Parker, Brandon Puffenbarger will bring the field to the green flag. Out of turn number 4, and the green flag is out right here at Darlington. As a couple drivers spin the tires here on the start, and they have to make a real quick avoidance here as Brandon Puffenbarger will lead the field here into turn number 1. Jeffrey Parker, he'll slide back to that second spot. Andrew Teft, he will take over third, and Timothy Eisburn and Adam Squires will be 4th and 5th. Andrew Teft already hard on the attack on the inside of that number 31 of Jeffrey Parker. He's wasting no time trying to get himself towards the front of this field early on. As you see these drivers head down into turn number 1 here once again. The 31 is able to stay in front of that number 98 machine as we have drivers battling it out currently all over this racetrack. Jump back here to Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. He's trying to hold it on from Patrick Millett, but he's got a lot of company, or he's trying to get to the back bumper of Cody Benelli, but they've got company of David Davis in that 777 machine. Jump up here just a little bit to Sam Lubers in that number 16 machine. He's got Alex Teft attacking on the inside. Alex Teft, he will get clear of him. And now here comes Cody Benelli working on the inside of that number 16 machine, as well as they head down the front stretch into turn number 1. Let me change up on what we are seeing here on screen, ladies and gentlemen. Alrighty. Alrighty, so currently at number 14 of Patrick Millett, he's still trying to work on that inside of Cody Benelli, but not able to make anything work out of it just yet. Oh, we got trouble to 19 around here on the turn number 4. Cody Benelli out of Pensacola, Florida. He will get his machine headed in the correct direction. Alright, let's go back, take a look, see what happened to Cody Benelli. I hit up into that wall just enough. And then overcorrected it, trying to keep it from spinning out. And that looks like that's all she will write for that one. Let's ride on board here with Cody. Oh. As you hear right there, he hit that throttle hoping to keep it nice and straight, but that did not work in his favor. So he'll go ahead and come on down to the pits and get service done on his race car. Looks like he's got a toe link damage there, possibly on. Yeah, look at that tire sitting sideways. Tough a break here for Cody Benelli. And let's see. No, he doesn't have a meatball, so I think he will have to use a fast repair to get that toe link fixed. As we see Benelli pull in here. Pop, make it fixed. And now he's still got a very long way to go, so he's going to have to keep it nice and cool here. And remember not to run it too terribly hard here. As you see Cody Benelli now leaving out of the pits. As we take a look here at the field, coming out of a turn number 4, we should be getting the 1 to go signal this time by. As the drivers are now splitting up here as they get ready to go back green flag racing here once again. And, you know, Andrew Tufton, that number 98, he wasted no time, you know, working around Adam Squires and tried to attack on Jeffrey Parker, that number 31, early on. And it didn't really work out in his favor, so he's definitely going to have to try a little something different here to see what he can do. But now he's going to be restarting on the inside there of row number 2. So he might be able to get a better run this time heading down into turn number 1 on Jeffrey Parker. But all that depends on if Brandon Puffenbarger, that number 5, gets a pretty decent restart here for our first restart of the day. As we are getting ready to see that pace car come down pit road. Out of turn number 4 and into the restart zone they come. Still holding, and we are green flag racing once again here at Darlington. Oh, big checkup. Cody Benelli into the wall. Brandon Puffenbarger did not get going, and so that's going to turn the race over quickly to Jeffrey Parker there in that number 31 machine. As you see these drivers now rocket here out of turn number 2. And that's pretty much putting Brandon Puffenbarger all the way in dead last. That is just absolutely crazy. I'm not sure what happened there. Not sure if he started in the wrong gear or what happened, but let's quickly jump back here as we ride on board here. Yeah, you see it right there. He started in 3rd. Forgot to shift down to 2nd for this restart. And that's exactly what it will happen as We see Timothy Eisberg going for a spin here out of turn number 2. I'm sorry, turn number 4 here, as he's having trouble getting that machine up and rolling again. Let's go ahead and see if he can get that number 92 machine turn around. And that's going to bring out a caution. Oh, the 31 is around here on the front straightaway, your race leader. Well, let's come back here, take a look here. Let's see, hang on. Timothy Osborne. Alright, so coming here through turns 3 and 4, he gets up in the wall and just victim of that wall. Could drive in there by that 36 machine of Steven Luttrell not to hit anything, as he will grab a gear. Not sure what happened there. Let's go back and we'll ride on board here. And then he just had trouble getting going after that. And then Jeffrey Parker, he had an issue right after the caution came out. Oh! Oof. Sounded like he downshifted in that machine. See here. 5th. Oh! Big downshift mistake there. Just went from 5th all the way down to 1st. Tough break for Jeffrey Parker in that number 31 machine. But he will still, I think he'll still be able to have a good comeback here. I don't think we have much to worry about with how fast Jeffrey is. So just give him a few laps. He'll make his way back up towards the front here. As we get ready to double up these guys, go back green flag racing, as we still have 135 laps to go here at Darlington. Shaco LLC, let's go, Eisberg. Hello, how are you guys doing over at Shaco? Matt Miller woke up late. It's alright, buddy, it happens. Alright, guys, Pace Truck is off once again, and we are getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Darlington. And Adam Squires, Andrew Teft will bring the field to the green flag. And the green flag is out once again here at Darlington. Andrew Teft out front real quick there, but Adam Squires holding strong on the outside as he's getting it pounding from Patrick Millett. Not able to get him clear, as you see that number that number 19 bounce off to turn 2 wall there. So far, everybody is doing a fantastic job now here on this restart, quickly getting single file. Nobody really trying to do anything outrageous here. But take a look here. Here comes Jeffrey Parker and that number 31 machine. He's now working on the inside of Sam Luber's for that 7th spot. But here comes Jeffrey now, making his way back through the field after dropping all the way down the first gear on that last caution, as he was slowing up for the pace car. So now he's got to really turn it up and try to make something happen here. But with that being said, he's already up here to that 7th spot and quickly gaining. As of right now, everybody is running just about the same distance in between each other. Jonathan Stidham in that number 42. No, I'm sorry, Kirby Wainscott in that 10. He's looking on the inside. No. He's letting off, and he's going to allow Brandon Puffenbarger in that 5 machine quickly get around him. And now Puffenbarger, he's got his eyes set on Chris Lawrence for that number 13th spot, as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Brandon Puffenbarger. I'm sorry, that was turn 4. I'm a little bit backwards here today, guys. That's because that's like the first time that that's happened to me. Now the 54 machine got into the outside wall. That's going to allow Brandon Puffenbarger to get by him just fine. Oh, and then Puffenbarger loses it. Hold on to it, and he will spin it out here out of turn number 2, and that will bring out the caution. Brandon Puffenbarger just got around Chris Lawrence, and then out of turn number 2, he loses it. Let's go ahead and go back, take a look here, and see what happened here on the exit. He just got loose, flat out loose, and just look at him holding that cart down. And let's go right on board with him here on the exit of turn 2. And just like that, that's how easy it is to lose it out of a turn number 2. You know, there's a reason why this track is named Too Tough to Tame, as you see Andrew Tefton, that number 98 Hooters Ford Mustang, coming down pit road.
By the way, I am here. Just want to clarify. I'm just took me a minute to get my headset working. Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Welcome in, Dakota.
But from the sounds of already having a caution, which we typically don't see here at Racers Elite this season. I mean, they've been going flag to flag quite a bit, but just goes to show that the lady in black does know how to strike back just a tad.
Yeah, we are now working our 3rd caution of the day. Just the lady in black, she's been a tough little piece of work so far today. But that's just no surprise coming out of Darlington, you know. So I think I've seen every driver hit the wall at least once so far today. And right now, Adam Squires in that number 35 machine is out front as they come out of turn number 4, as they're going to get ready to come back to the green flag next time by, I believe. Just going to wait for the signal from our pace truck.
But to your point, I mean, Darlington's just a very hard track. It's literally one of the hardest tracks on iRacing, in my opinion, for the NASCAR side of things. It's kind of slick. You got 2 completely different corners. One with more banking, one's a lot tighter. I mean, it's a whole, you got to have your car set up properly and be completely ready to go.
Yeah, definitely. That's one of the toughest parts about Darlington, is it's not symmetrical. And it's definitely a different beast for sure. And the reason why that this track is not symmetrical like it was originally planned is because there is a pond right outside of turn number 3 that the county wouldn't give up when they were building the racetrack. So they had to tighten up 3 and 4 a lot just in order to make this a racetrack be able to work here. And if you ask me, that's what I'm glad that they weren't able to get anything done with that, because that just makes this track so unique. As we're getting ready to go back green flag racing, Adam Squires, Patrick Millett will bring the field back to the green flag with 126 laps to go. Adam Squires gets out to a good lead, and Patrick Millett right there on his pretty much on his back bumper. Really good start there. And Stephen Luttrell, he's going to fall back to third. And everybody will come just about single file here on this restart.
Yeah, they got that sorted out very quickly and in a hurry here. But we still do got a little bit of side-by-side battling, I believe, about 6th place or so back. As John's still going on the inside of Jeffrey Parker to get around him for a position, I believe. And then right behind him, we have Andrew Teft and, what is that, Chris Lawrence?
Yeah, Chris Lawrence in that number 54 machine. But let me tell you what, Jeffrey Parker, after dropping his gearbox all the way down to first gear a couple cautions ago, he's slowly making his way back up towards the front of this field. As you see, Andrew Teft getting around Jonathan Stidham there very quickly. As we have a strong battle back here with Alex Teft and Chris Lawrence back for that 11th spot.
Yeah, I think the key to the day is really going to be who can manage their tires if we do get a long run here. And who can get it down on the pit road, because it is I'd say it's decently hard to get down to the pit road here.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about how hard it is to get down on pit road at like Las Vegas and Dover. But we got one kart going for a loop, almost a loop. That was going to be, I think, Kirby Wainscott in that number 10 machine. He was all sorts of ways sideways.
Go back, see if I can get a idea what happened.
Sam Bluber is into the inside wall out of turn number 2. Let's go back and see actually what happened with this one. Oh, just really hard racing with that 31 machine and just contact out of turn 2. That sent Sam Lubers into the inside wall. Whoops.
And Kirby just made a little bit of contact coming through 3 and 4 with the wall, and it shot him down towards the apron, but the heck of a job to save that, honestly. I probably would have ate every bit of that inside wall right there.
Oh, yeah.
Mike just says, oh, yeah, like, because he knows.
Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. Cody Benelli, he's now all over the back of bumper of Stephen Luttrell here for that 3rd spot. As these drivers make their way through turns 1 and 2 to head down here, down the back straightaway. You know, here's a fun little fact for you, Dakota. I don't know if you knew this or not. But the line that these drivers are currently running is not the actual line that the designer of this track had in mind. As you see, Cody Benelli working on the inside of Stephen Luttrell for 3rd.
Was it what is considered the start of the apron where the white line is, where he intended for the track line to be?
Yes. So the banking of the corners was actually supposed to slow the cars down once they were done wrecking through the corner, because the inside of this track is actually supposed to be down right by the cement wall around the inside of the track. But after like the 3rd or 4th race here, drivers started running up on the high sides, learning that that line is a lot quicker, and so everybody just went up there.
Yeah, and then I believe you can occasionally see a NASCAR driver will actually use a little bit of that apron going into 1 and 2 to kind of help the car settle up on the banking. But I can't remember exactly where the mark is to hit to try to get it to do that, but it doesn't look like the leader of Squires is actually hitting it right now, but he's still running a really good line right at the moment, as the 2nd place of Patrick Millett just got into the wall a little bit coming out of 4 or 2.
So did the 3.
So did Cody Benelli in that 19 machine, yep.
Oh, we had issues here with that number 54 machine here on the front straightaway. Let's go back here, take a look He just a victim of the looseness coming out of 480. Oh man, he almost had it saved.
He did everything he could there. It's really hard once this car starts going to the right to keep it out of the wall. I don't know what it is about this next gen car, but it absolutely, if you ever turn to the right to try to correct this thing, it just absolutely whips right up to the wall most of the time. It's like you get a boost of grip all of a sudden because it unsettles the weight of the car.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I watched Cletus McFarland doing practice laps at Rockingham, and they told him if he started to spin, not to turn to the right
Oh.
because it would unsettle the car.
Yep, and we are back under caution for exactly what you just saw here on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The number 31, Jeffrey Barker, gets loose out of a turn number 4 and pounds it hard into that outside wall.
Oh, ooh. That was weird. He got loose on the straightaway there. It kind of looked like a little bit.
Yeah, I think as he came off, he hit the gas and it just jumped sideways on him.
I'm gonna try to get a little bit better view of this. See if I can see if there's any netcode or anything. No, I believe where that car behind him, the Aaron's machine was so close to him, it just kind of took the air off of his rear of that 99. It just caused him to get loose there. Which Kingsley Smith in the 99. Whoa.
Nah, he definitely got onto the gas. It's a little too hard, spun the tires.
Yeah, fair enough. Luckily, these drivers do have one fast repair if they have not used it already, so
Yeah,
might come in handy for that 54 machine.
he actually might have already used it on that number 31 machine. Chris Lawrence, I don't believe he used it. Nope, now he did. As that wheel immediately jumped back straight. So we've actually had a couple drivers that have already had to use up their fast repairs early on here. And it's not looking good for some of these drivers.
Yeah, that is very fair. That 7-Eleven got quite a bit of damage sitting in the pits right now, too. And I don't think Chris Lawrence actually used his fast repair because I'm on board with him right now, and it looks like he's still turning his wheel and got quite a bit of front end damage. They're possibly going to try to get fixed the old fashioned way.
Yeah, he's definitely still sitting down here along with Trevor Fetzig in that Detroit Lions number 711 Chevrolet. Stephen Luttrell, he's also down here getting repairs done. I'm not exactly sure why he's still there to get repairs, but Kirby Wainscott, that number 10 machine, he's coming back out on track.
Hey, man, did I have an eventful night last night, man?
Yeah, I saw that your race ended a little bit after midnight. How'd it go? How'd you finish?
I ended up doing a broadcast, and then I got offered another broadcast. So I was up doing that till about 1 or 2 o'clock, and then I had to wait to go help my wife until about 3 o'clock, 4 a.m. And then finally got to sleep. Then got up and just couldn't get out of bed for a minute.
Gotcha.
Then I couldn't get my headset to connect for about 10 laps, so that was lovely.
I gotcha. Alrighty, the field is coming up here into turns 3 and 4 now. Joseph Bonner says, "Let's go, LJG Racing." Hello, Joe. How you doing, buddy? As the field is coming out of turn number 4. Cody Benelli, Andrew Teft will bring the field back to the green flag here with 113 laps to go. Cody Benelli gets an awesome start, but Andrew Teft pretty much stays there right with him. Really good restart by that outside lane. As we see Adam Squires fall back a couple positions here on this restart. He looked like, or it sounded like he got up into the outside wall there.
On that last restart, Andrew Teft and Kingsley Smith was working their way up through the field, looking like they had a pretty fast car today. So I'd be keeping my eyes on that second and third place to potentially take over the lead from Cody Benelli here soon.
Yeah, definitely.
And another tidbit, didn't this
Yeah.
track used to be turn 1 and 2 used to be 3 and 4? Or am I thinking of it? No, that might be Phoenix I'm thinking of.
No, that's Phoenix. However, Atlanta, before they had the tri-oval or the quad-oval on the front stretch, it used to be just uh, a straight run, and the back stretch was actually the front stretch for that.
Wow. The more
Yeah,
you know. I actually learn quite a bit from some of these tidbits you give us sometimes.
yeah. It's just things that I've learned throughout the years, and that I enjoy giving out, little tad bit information. Kensley Smith, he's running a different paint scheme than what we're normally used to be seeing. He's in the number 99 this week with that Aaron's Dream Machine, which looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, while you were discussing that, we had, I believe, Alex Test making a pass on Ryan Warp, and it looked like Adam Squires or Patrick Millett trying to get around Adam Squires there.
Yeah, this positions are heating up back here for that fifth spot. Now the question is, who's going to overtake it? As you see that number 14 getting right there on the back bumper of the 45, Ryan Warp. Ryan Warp hard into the outside wall. That's going to drop Ryan Warp back 2 positions as Patrick Millett and Squires both get around him. As you see, Brandon Puffenbarger in that number 5 machine, he's working on the inside of David Davis. He's going to complete the pass. Hopefully that hit to that outside wall did not hurt the 45 on the right front tire of that machine. So that's something that he's going to have to be very careful of. As you see a little bit in the back there, Timothy Eisburn getting into the wall just a tad. $10 says Steph. The Andrew version will win this race. Dakota, or should I say Mr. Sunday Night? Saturday night, I see. Thank you for that super shout out there, Matt Metler. As you see, Puffenbarger getting around Ryan Warp. And Timothy Eisburn, he's currently trying to get around David Davis. And Alex Stepp, he's around here on the front straightaway.
And unfortunately, with him being down on the apron, I don't think that's going to bring out a caution here.
Yeah, I don't think that is going to bring out a caution either. But let's see what happened to Alex. Yeah, he got into the outside wall. And that is all she wrote for the lady in black. And bam! That was a hard hit there into the inside wall. And I believe Alex, yeah, he's actually able to stay out on track. But he's hurting. As you can see him wiggling that wheel back and forth here.
Yeah, and I believe after that hit, it has some major lift front damage.
Yeah.
Luckily, it does not look like he had any wheel damage out of that situation.
I don't know. That left side looks pretty beat up and sunken in a little bit there. So I think he may have, yeah, he might have a little bit of wheel damage there on the left front for sure.
Timothy Osborne having a little bit of a moment, but able to keep it going straight here.
Hey, maybe not. His wheel's actually looking pretty clear, actually. Sorry about that. You said Eisburn having a close moment.
Yeah, he's able to get it back straight. Looked like he got loose, got down on the apron, lost a couple of positions, but able to get back going pretty fast there and able to stay ahead of Sam Lubers in that 16 machine. We do have Matt Metler saying, "I just killed the Alex version. Broadcaster's curse. Sorry, bro."
Yep, that one's all Matt Metler's fault. As we come here through the field, so far everybody is still separated pretty decent at the moment. There is really no really close battles happening at the moment. Uh, the closest one here is going to be David Davis and Ryan Warp in that number 45 machine. And David Davis, he's now got that Timothy Eisberg machine all but right there behind him as we are working lap at number 46, coming to lap 47 this time by. Eisberg up into the wall, sideways. Hold it, hold it. Nope, into the inside wall this time. And he's going to get it going again. He's going to catch a gear and...
Looked like as he was shifting, got a little loose there, and it caused the 7-Eleven and Trevor Figg to get into the wall as well, trying to dodge him. Unfortunate for the 7-Eleven.
Yeah, Timothy Eisberg actually almost had it saved till he got into that outside wall, and unfortunately, Trevor Fettig, he was the victim of the shifting issue there with Eisberg, and Trevor Fettig, actually, he's coming down pit road now as he's got to serve a black flag. For what? I'm assuming that's for...
Let me go try to take a look at some incident points here. See if maybe he's too high on the incident point list.
Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, out front, Cody Benelli in that number 19 machine is being followed by Andrew Teft. Patrick Millett in that number 14 machine. He's having a great day. He's up 10 spots. And Kensley Smith, he's been following him up through the field in that 4th spot, also up 10 spots. Adam Squires, he's lost 2 spots since we've gone green flag. And Brandon Puffenbarger, he's lost 4 as well. Ryan Ward, go ahead.
I can't see what the black flag is for, but it does show Chris Lawrence has the black flag as well. Not quite sure if something's going on there that it's not really telling us for some reason.
Yeah, he probably sped coming out of the pits. Because I know that he is just now rejoining the race after having issues a few laps ago. As you see, Sam Lubers working on the inside of David Davis in that 777 machine. David Davis up into the outside wall, and that will allow Lubers to go ahead and quickly take over that spot.
It does seem like turn 4 is the most killer spot today. As we've seen a lot of action of people getting into the wall or just even getting loose coming out of there. So, which is kind of weird because I feel like turn 1 and 2 is a little harder. As you think you would just hold the throttle through there, but you really got to let off to get through turn 2 without getting into the walls. It seems like it tightens up coming out of the exit.
Yeah, just a little bit, but definitely turn 4 has absolutely been the killer of this race so far, as we see Adam Squires now taking a look on the high side here of Kensley Smith. And Smith, he's going to actually fall back all the way to that sixth spot as Brandon Puffenbarger got around him as well. Adam Squires hard into the outside wall there. And a lot of these drivers are going to be leaving this place with the Darlington stripe on their cars.
And Sam Luber was able to complete a pass going through 1 and 2 on Ryan Warp, and then Ryan Warp kind of dropping to the apron to let David Davis and Stephen Luttrell by as well. Maybe having an ill-handling car and just decided not to battle too hard here.
Yeah, it's definitely very possible for sure. Let's take a look here. So this here currently is still your closest battle on track between Adam Squires and Puffenbarger, now that they've gotten a little separated.
So far, your biggest mover of the race is going to be Patrick Millett in that 14 machine, currently up 10 spots. Kinsley Smith up 8 spots, currently back in 6th place. He was up there in third.
Yep.
Dropped back a few positions.
I did see a note here. Racers Elite Rewet. 55 lap-ish. So, a lot of these drivers last came down lap 32. So, probably about lap 82-ish is going to be where we are looking, but we're also going to be keeping an eye on that number 19 machine because he came down back on lap 5. So he can go maybe another 4 to 8 laps, giving him the benefit of a doubt because of all those cautions that we just had. So he might be able to make it about another 10 laps here under green flag conditions. So definitely going to be very interesting to see how all this plays out. And I'm actually very surprised here that Cody Benelli has been able to open up to just about a 2-second lead over the rest of the field on, 40 now, 55 lap old tires now.
Yeah, and that's the main thing I worry about here at Darlington is not even the fuel, it's just how long I can make these tires last as I'm bad to wear the right front off of this thing.
Oh yeah, for sure. Wrong
Looks
button.
like the 35 Adam Squire's getting into the wall a little bit, but able to keep it straight there. Could have been nearly lapping Alex Tift and that 43 machine.
Yeah, doing a really fantastic job at the moment. There's no real good battles happening at the moment. But Andrew Teft here is right in front of Patrick Millett. Back to Adam Squires and the number 54 machine. He's got fresh tires, so this right here just kind of shows how much difference these tires can make here at Darlington. It's not that big of a difference compared to other tracks, but it's still a somewhat of a difference for sure.
And the funny thing about getting tires, especially at these more complex tracks like a Darlington or even some short tracks, is it takes a good 2 to 3 laps to get your tires up to full temperature so you got the maximum grip. So at the mile and a half, it really don't matter necessarily as much, but when it comes to tracks like this, you can really tell a difference.
Yeah, definitely. As we're taking a look here at Patrick Millett, he is now quickly approaching the back bumper of Andrew Teft for that second spot. It seems like Andrew Teft, he's kind of better in turns 1 and 2, but Millett, he's better through 3 and 4. Oh no, Andrew Teft gets mega loose out of turn 2 as he joins the track, and Millett, he's going to make that job of passing Andrew Teft very easily as Andrew Teft got way loose, was able to correct it, and now he's got his eyes set on trying to catch back up to Millett there in that number 14 machine. Right now, everybody's pretty much spread out at the moment. Let's jump back here to Kirby Wayne Scott, who is right there behind that number 45 of Ryan Warp. He keeps getting pretty close to him, but Ryan Warp just seems like he has a better exit out of the corners. And so he'll pull away, and then Kirby Wainscott, he'll come right back up behind him in the corners, and then Ryan Warp will just pull himself away. So that's a good back and forth here. Sam Lubers, Kensley Smith. Lubers is going to. I'm sorry, Kensley Smith allowed Lubers to get by him. So that's going to put Smith back in that 7th spot.
And even with the couple cautions we had early in this thing, I'm still very surprised we've not seen more takers to pit road here. But these guys probably trying to stretch it out as far as they can to potentially not have to make another stop here. We only got about 80 laps left.
Yep.
No.
81.
Yeah. So if they're able to somehow stretch this fuel about another, 5, 10 laps, maybe they might be able to stretch it all the way to the end.
Yeah, it depends on when they all come down. As you see, David Davis quickly making his way around Kensley Smith as well. So, who's that yellow car? It's not Trevor. It's Chris Lawrence. He got hard into the outside wall there. Well, let's come back up here with Cody Benelli in the number 19 machine. And just as I thought, here he comes down to pit road. Don't hit that sand barrels. He did a great job getting his cars woed up down here to pit road. And that's going to turn your race lead over to Patrick Millett in that number 14 machine. But right now, Cody Benelli, he's done a fantastic job leading this field.
You said we're not supposed to hit the barrels, man? That's my
No.
signature move whenever I'm racing here. It's straight into the barrels.
Well, that's why you never win here then.
You're exactly right. I do have one win here, but... Oh, Timothy Osborne having a little bit of issues. I don't know if he can see. His hood's up in the air.
Oh, that was a big, big hit there. We didn't catch that, so I'm going to have to cheat here. And yeah, that number 92 machine's all tore up. So just coming out, and just look at that car just get absolutely airborne onto his side.
And that is really going to hurt his race here, as he's having to limp it all the way back to pits and not really able to see where he's going right now, as his hood's really blocking his view.
Yeah, for me, his hood is actually down. But here he comes down onto pit road.
Oh, it popped down for me as he was coming into pits. Okay.
But Patrick Millett in that number 14 is your current race leader. Andrew Teft in that number 98 Ford Mustang second. Adam Squires in that Toyota. He's sitting third. And followed by a Toyota driver, Brandon Buffetbarger will be fourth. Followed by a trio of Chevrolets for Sam Lubers, David Davis, Kensley Smith. And then Steve Luttrell, Kirby Wainscott, Ryan Warp will round out your top 10 in Toyotas for the moment.
And unfortunately for Timothy Osborne, I believe he does not have a faster pair of lifts, so that might mark the end of his day here, as his engine is smoking very profusely here.
Yeah, I believe that will put an end to Timothy Osborne's day in that number 92 machine.
Yep, he did.
Yep.
I did just get word he was loading it up on the hauler here, so very unfortunate day for Timothy Osborne, but
All right, let's see. So,
14, that's a lot.
Yeah. So the next couple drivers I am anticipating coming down is going to be Andrew Teft, Kensley Smith, Ryan Warp. They all pitted back on lap 19. Alex Teft, he's coming down pit road now. Um, but yeah, so if they can go just about, how long did I say? 55 laps. 20 pretty much.
Yeah, they should be pitting any time here.
Yep. They should be coming down any moment, yeah. Definitely within the next 10 laps or so.
Yeah, but they could, like I said, they could be trying to stretch this fuel out, potentially make it to the end of this race without having to pit again, which is a very bold strategy. But I mean, if we could keep this green flag run going, I mean, it could pay off dividends.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. As I'm looking around for some battles, there's not really many battles happening as of yet.
I believe Andrew Tetz and Adam Squires getting pretty close to having a battle here, as they're only about a couple tenths spread out. Adam Squires really catching up to Andrew Tetz, but again, Teff could be saving a little bit.
Yeah.
We do know he is probably one of the biggest fuel savers in this league, along with the rest of Chicken Coop. They tend to have the strategies down, but
Yeah, I don't know if they can make it the rest of the way on this last pit stop, because trying to save 7 or even 60 laps worth of fuel is going to definitely be very tough for the end of this race.
it is fair. Andrew Teff's getting into the wall a little bit, but I will say if they pit on lap 80, it's only about 57 laps at the end of this thing. So, I mean, it is plausible that they could make it.
Well,
or maybe 67. Huh?
Yeah, 68. But as of right now, Ryan Warp, he is down here on pit road. And Adam Squires right there on his bumper. And here comes Andrew Teft. He's bringing it down around the inside. Yank that car back to the left. Keep it on the inside. And Andrew Teft will bring his machine down pit road. Kensley Smith, I am anticipating here he comes, yes, in that Aaron's Dream machine. He's down on pit road. And now our closest battle here on track is Brandon Puffenbarger, Sam Lubers duking it out for that third spot. Now everybody else came down lap 32. 82. Yep, so everybody else should be coming down here in within the next 10 laps or so.
I say most of the field probably be pit by lap 90 here, as you said. But Sam Lubers is really getting close to passing Brandon Puffenbarger here. You see him trying to work that inside, just not able to get his nose there. It looks like Brandon got a little loose out the corner. Is actually going to let Sam Lubers by.
We got one sideways. We got one sideways here out of turn number 4.
I believe that's John Stidham.
Jonathan Stidham, yep. As he yanks that car into reverse, and that's not going to bring out a caution. Let's see what happened here on the exit of turn. Yep, just got into the throttle, and that's all she wrote. Jumped it sideways. And I'm surprised that right there did not bring out a caution. As you see him yank it into reverse and get down off the track.
Yeah, he was semi in the racing surface there. I am very surprised that one didn't bring out a caution, but.
Yeah. Jumping back here to Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine. Started in the 8th spot, up to 6th right now. As he's got a mirror full of Cody Benelli, who's already come down pit road.
Looks like Patrick Millette coming down the pits this time. You see him working his way around the apron in 3 and 4.
Yep. There he is right there. And Adam Squires, he's going to stay out. We still got a 63, 64, got 63 laps to go. So I'm definitely anticipating these guys start making their way down pit road, and it's going to be very close. I don't know if they can stretch it, almost 10 laps. So it's going to be very interesting to see if these drivers can do that.
Well, if somebody is able to stretch it, I don't think they're going to be able to do a burnout at the end of this thing. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, if they are able to stretch it and keep a little bit of speed up, I mean, they're going to put most of the field a lap down.
Yeah. Yeah, so Patrick Millette in that number 14 machine's down on pit road. Or, I'm sorry, he was down on pit road. Kensley Smith with a meatball. We just saw him. What in the world?
It doesn't look like he has a meatball. I wonder if he blew a tire.
No. Oh, no, he's got hard damage there. That is something that we did not see on our end, so I'm going to have to do what I hate doing.
You're going to have to go a pretty good ways back.
Yep. Coming down the front straightaway.
The only contact I see is in 3 and 4 there, and it kind of, like I said, it looked like he lost a tire, unless I'm just...
And that damaged his car? Wow.
Must have broke something in the steering. That's the only thing I could think.
Yeah, he broke a tie rod.
Very unfortunate for him, as I mean, he already having a little bit of issues early in this thing. That's just going to hurt his running even worse. We got quite a few people 2 laps or more down, so he's not going to be in a great spot to get the lucky dog back here.
No. Definitely very unfortunate there, as he is now 4 laps down in that number 99 machine.
And, I want to give a little bit of a shout out to Chris Lawrence here. Currently 20 laps down, but staying on the track. I did hear someone else just spin out. I'm not quite sure where on the track. Looks like John Stidham again.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, Chris Lawrence 20 laps down is going to be staying on the track. Going to actually end up gaining a spot from Timothy Osborne. If he's able to keep that car clean the rest of the race, there is potential that somebody else could DNF and he could gain even more spots here.
Yeah. Man, that's one of the toughest things about these next-gen race cars is once you get sideways and you get air or those tires heat up, it is so hard to get it back straight without fully spinning it out. As we catch up here with Sam Lubers and Brandon Buffenbarger, Stephen Luttrell, Adam Squires, they're all down here on pit road. Oh no! Adam Squires got caught speeding on pit road. That's going to hold him for an extra 40 seconds down here on the pits, as he's still got just about 15 more seconds left before he can even think about rolling out. That's a very unfortunate there for him, as we catch up here with Kirby Wainscott, as he's slowing down to come down pit road.
Yeah, and all these people just came down pits recently. Only going to have to go about 57 laps, I believe, to make it to the end of this thing, as we were working lap 90 here. So, got in the best spot to make it by fuel saving.
Yeah, definitely.
But unfortunate luck for a couple of these drivers. I mean, Kensley Smith, John Stidham having issues today. Alex Teft. I mean, a lot of really good drivers out in the field. Just some string of bad luck, but that's just how the lady in blood plays his cards sometimes.
Yep. Yeah, Jonathan Stidham looks like he got caught speeding on pit road, potentially. Let's see when he starts to move.
I can go check real quick. Yeah, Jonathan Stidham just got his black flag cleared.
Yep. Yep, so that was for speeding down on pit road. But Patrick Millett in that number 14 machine, he's going to overtake that race lead as he makes his way out of turn number 2, as he's putting that 7-Eleven driver of Trevor Fedsig down a lap here once again. Kirby
Yeah, and
Winston.
that's an interesting one out of Patrick Millett there. Could have been Ellie Pitt for really early. I honestly thought he was going to come out with a pretty decent lead there, but Patrick Millett getting some kind of a pit strategy or just making up time on older tires. It looks like Kingsley Smith having another issue here.
Yep, got loose and back hard into that outside wall, and that's going to end the day for that number 99.
I'm still not used to him being in the 99 car. I feel like
I think it's just
I
a
don't know.
one-off. I think it's just a one-off because we're here at Darlington. These drivers like to run throwback schemes, and Kensley, let's go back to the Napa number 15, buddy.
Speaking of throwback schemes, is there any paint schemes that are standing out to you in the field today?
Me personally, that number 99. I ain't gonna lie. I absolutely love that paint scheme. I've painted up many cars with that paint scheme because it just looks so beautiful. But I know for a fact I don't think I did it for this car. So I don't think that's my paint scheme, my personal one that I've made. So
Fair enough. It looks like Adam Squires getting into the wall a little bit. I like his car as well. It's like a old Yahoo throwback. I can't remember who actually ran that paint scheme, but what was it? I feel like Denny Hamlin maybe, or
yeah, Denny Hamlin is running it this weekend, I believe. There he
fair
is.
enough.
Yeah, I think he's running it this week. If not, he ran it last week, I think.
Well, I know what we could do here. Well, you must have the same idea I did.
Yeah, why not? Alright. Denny Hamlin. He is driving. No, he's driving the Sport Clips.
It does look like he did have a throwback paint scheme at one point in time for Las Vegas, though, in a Yahoo machine.
Yeah, he ran it last week.
Yeah.
So that's where Yahoo comes in. Sorry guys, we love getting our brains out.
We don't get a lot of time on track, so we love having our statistics right, and we like making sure our information is correct, especially when we're up here in the booth. Don't want to be feeding any wrong information, but only about 47 laps to go the next time the leader crosses the line.
Man, 6 seconds back to Cody Benelli in that number 19 machine. 7 seconds back now. So I just want to touch up. Andrew Teft, he did already come down for his final pit stop, so he is good to go till the end. Kirby Wainscott came down lap 91 as well, so if he saves a little bit of fuel, he might be able to make it to the end.
And it looks like Alex to potentially get ready to make a pass on Jeffrey Parker here.
Contact in front of them. They're bumping and banging. As he's trying to make his way around, I believe that's Sam Lubers.
That's your third place runner right now in that
Yep.
16 machine.
Yeah. Running really hard right there with them.
Oh, Sam getting another look on the inside, 31 into the wall. Sam just blew his doors off coming through that corner.
Almost got into the wall. That's really good racing right here for Jeffrey Parker and Alex Teft.
Yeah, Jeffrey trying to put some distance between him and Alex. Just unfortunately, it does not look like he's got the run through 3 and 4. Alex gets this to his left rear a little bit.
Caution's out.
That's going to shake things up.
Hold it, break it. Crash it in reverse. Crunch it in reverse. There you go.
And that's definitely going to shake some things up there. I'm glad we caught that one live, sir.
Yeah.
Caught in 4K, as the kids would say.
Not the first time. Because I'm just that good. No, I'm kidding, guys. I'm not that good, I promise.
So it looks like Kirby Wayne Scott going to be the lucky dog while you're jumping back there.
Yeah, as you see here. No, he actually had help from that number 43 machine.
Yes, sir.
So that's very well could be a... let's see if we can get a better look here. So that might be an EOL there for that number 43. Right there. Yep.
And I will say, I mean, the 31 was kind of slow for a couple laps going through 3 and 4 there. So I just... Maybe Alex anticipated him sliding up the track just a little more and gave him just the slightest little touch to the left rear. It really didn't even hit him too hard, but just the car already unsettled. And
oh, yeah. Well, 43 laps to go. We know for a fact that with this caution, Kirby Wayne Scott can make it. We know Andrew Teft can make it.
And speaking of Andrew Teft, why is he not showing on my SDK?
I don't know.
There he is. Getting a little worried there for a minute. It does look like Andrew, Ryan Warp, and Alex Teft all going to be able to get a wave around here. Kirby Wayne Scott should have got the lucky dog, so he will be able to come in and pit this next time by.
Which he will.
And unless we have another caution here, a couple of these guys are going to be sitting in a very bad spot on tires.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, these guys, you know, they should be able to make it the rest of the way. You know, Ryan Warp, Jeffrey Parker, Trevor Fedtig. Oh, he's out on track right now. But he's many laps down. He might be able to make it. But if they get another quick caution, this is going to be good for, you know, Andrew Teft and Ryan Warp and Alex Teft, all these guys that are staying out. So those 3 drivers that stayed out, Alex Teft, Andrew Teft, Ryan Warp. Squires, he just came down pit road. So those 3 drivers, you know, they're going to get the wave by... Oh, yeah, that's right. Alex Teft
got an EOL because so he's not going to be able to get the wave around. And I do believe Andrew Teft and Ryan Warp still going to be trapped a lap down here, as they were 2 laps down. They came in and did a short early pit.
Facts. That's awesome. No, they were only one lap down.
Well, for some reason, it was showing Alex Teft was ahead of them on my scoring here. Says they're working lap 105. Everyone else currently working 106. So I'm not real sure unless something's going on my end.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm dumb. You're smart. I'm short.
I mean, listen, bud. I'm not the sharpest nail in the toolbox. You know what I'm saying? I get lucky sometimes. But we are double fouled back up, getting ready to go back green. Looks like Cody Benelli trying to get in his position here.
All right, green flag is back out. Sam Lubers, Patrick Millett will bring the field back to the green flag. Sam Lubers, he'll quickly overtake that second spot from Brandon Buffenbarger. And right behind them, they've got company out of Steven Luttrell in that number 36 machine as they make their way out of turn number 2. And they're all going to run currently single file for the moment, as we got a good battle back here for that lucky dog position. And it all starts with Adam Squires in that number 35 machine. And then Andrew Teft and Alex Teft, they're duking it out back here. Oh no, actually, Andrew's pulling away from Alex. I don't know who's who anymore.
Unfortunately, Alex Teft getting that EOL penalty, not getting the waiver round, is going to keep him a lap down, and he wasn't able to go in and get tires, because I believe he thought he was going to get the waiver round.
Yeah, definitely a very heartbreaking moment there for him, for sure. As you see, Cody Benelli running behind him. He's actually currently in that 6th position at the moment, so he's still got a long way to go, because he's got to try to pass quite a few lap down cars to catch up to that 777 machine of David Davis. So it's going to be very interesting to see what he can do. Cody Benelli, he's been fast all day long, so let's see what he can do here in the last 38 laps of this race. Let's jump back up here to your battle for second between Sam Lubers, Brandon Puffenbarger, Steven Luttrell. As you see Luttrell right there on the back bumper of Puffenbarger for the moment, as they make their way through turns 1 and 2. Brandon Puffenbarger is actually having a pretty good day here at Darlington in that number 5 machine.
Yeah, that is a very good, valid point there. Only down 1 position on the day, qualified second. I mean, still running very strong. Kirby Wainscott having a little bit of issues. It looks like after he came into pit against the fresh tires, he was not able to get caught up to the field, so currently scored about 25 seconds back from our leaders.
Yeah.
Patrick Millette just pulling away from the field here at the moment, enjoying every bit of that clean air that he has. That definitely plays a role at this type of track, as you do carry a lot of speed in these corners, but they are pretty tight.
Yeah, as you see, Brandon Puffenbarger, he actually got out of that wake from Lubers in front, because he doesn't like the way the car acts in front of him. As you guys see him do it again right there, he sticks his nose out just a little bit. And now they're running 2 different lines here through turns 1 and 2. I'm sorry, 3 and 4, back down to the start-finish line.
And honestly, the reason why the dirty air is so bad in these next-gen cars is they use the aero from under the car. So whenever you got a car in front of you, you're really not getting any air under the car there.
Yeah. Out to a full second lead now goes Patrick Millett in the number 14 machine.
By the way, I probably should have asked this earlier. Dude, we got the horsepower update on this track?
I believe so.
Because I'm not quite sure if this counts as a short track technically, because I believe it's only for short tracks and road courses.
Oh, I thought it was under 1.5. Because this track is what, mile and a half?
I believe so. Now I'm curious. I'm about to go figure this out, so give me one moment here. Oh, let's click on that. Okay, guess we'll have to Google it here.
Or I could just do this right here. Yeah, it's a 1.31 mile track.
Oh yeah, they did get the increased 750 horsepower. I'm not sure if iRacing's put that into effect yet or not, but at least in real life, they definitely have a horsepower update. That's definitely going to shake things up for me later today. Glad I actually looked that up.
Oh yeah, you guys are running 400 miles tonight, I
I
believe it
don't talk
is.
about it. don't talk about it. It's a long time.
Hey, you
But
know what? I'm gonna be there, all right.
I'll probably be in the booth after the first pit stop when I put it in the pit barrels. If I don't wreck before that.
Brandon Buffetberger got major loose out of turn number 4, and he's going to fall back to that 4th spot behind Stephen Luttrell, who was able to get around him as Adam Squires in that number 35 machine pounded that outside wall. Good save there by Buffenbarger.
Yeah, keeping up here with your top 3. Sam Luber's keeping that gap to about a 0.7, maybe trying to manage tires a little better, but our leader is starting to run up on a little bit of lap traffic here, so that might potentially slow him down. I swear, every time I say something, man, now the guy went to a 0.8.
Yeah, that's usually how it works, but your race leader Millet is catching up to Kirby Wainscott in that KFC number 10 machine, looking to put him a lap down once more as we have 27 laps to go here at Darlington.
Ooh, looks like Adam Squires had a little bit of issue. Alex Teth and Ryan Warp able to get around him there.
And you know what? While we are in this nice long green flag run here, let's go ahead and talk about a couple of our sponsors here today as we take a look at this Alex Teft and Ryan Warp battle for that 8th spot. We want to give a big shout out to Whiplash Sim Cams for giving us all these beautiful views that you have got to see here today. Want to give a shout out to Speed Zone Race Control with Chantel Pottle up in our race control. She's here every single race, pretty much, that is broadcasted live for you guys right here on the Racers Elite Network, powered by none other than iRacing. iRacing, thank you for giving us a place to call home. And of course, we want to give a big shout out to Alex Teft in that number 98 machine. He does so much for us here at Racers Elite, owner of the league, and one heck of a guy, let me tell you what. If you guys don't mind, hit that subscribe button down below and show us some love. If you guys would like to get some Racer Elite apparel, just head over to our website, racerselite.com, and check out everything Racer Elite, our schedules, our point standings, and of course our Racer Elite apparel. You will see that QR code on your screen. Just capture that, and it'll take you right over to our store. As we got a bumpity bump here with Andrew Teft and another driver. Oh, more contact. Andrew Teft putting one person up into the wall. I think that was Jeffrey Parker. Yeah, that was Jeffrey Parker in that number 31 machine.
Just a little update here on Adam Squires. He did get into the wall, got loose, and then I believe had a connection drop set. Having to reconnect back to the race. Still not out on the track, unfortunately. Oh, and Lubers is all over Millet here, coming about 21 to go. Close that gap down from 0.7 to a 0.2. He's slowly working and reeling them in here. Potentially saved a little more tire early in this run. As you see, Millet got into the wall just a little bit, coming through 1 and 2.
As we jump over here. Alright, so Adam Squires, he is back in this session. He is sitting in the pits at the moment. Here he comes back out on the track. So, a good day gone worse for Adam Squires in that number 35 machine. 20 laps to go. Can Patrick Millett hold off Sam Lubers as Lubers is trying to slowly reel him back in? We'll jump back here to Ryan Warp and Alex Teff for that 8th spot, as Ryan Warp was able to complete that pass.
Yeah, it looked like Lubers fell back off of the leader there, just trying to keep an update up here as he started getting a little closer, got in that dirty air, and it just started slowing him up there. But as you're on board of Alex Swift here, he's trying to work his way around Cody Benelli, trying to get up to him, but it just seems like his dirty air is playing such a role in how these cars handle. You see Cody almost getting up there into the wall, using every bit of the track in 3 and 4, just trying to get that car to rotate and get a better drive coming down the front stretch.
Yeah, definitely. Alex Teff getting a really good run there out of turn number 4. But then he just loses it all here in the corner. Let's see what kind of a run he can get here on the exit. He's using that apron a little bit. Waited too long that time to get into the throttle. And that's going to allow Ryan Warp to pull away from him now.
I must have missed something because I could have swore Andrew Tift was only 1 lap down.
That's what I thought too.
Now it's showing him 3. All right, SDK is playing mind games with us today. That's the only thing I can figure out here.
What's iRacing telling you?
Actually, it's a good point to check here. No, iRacing is saying he's 3 laps down, so I guess that is right. Just a little confused why it's showing him 1 lap down before the last caution there. I don't think he's had any issues since, unless we missed it. I am looking at YouTube chat here. We got Joseph Bonerson. Let's go 1419 777 LG or LJG racing drivers.
Heck yeah.
It looks like you'll have a good points day out of those fellas. He's got 2 in the top 5 and 1 on the outside looking in and currently sitting P6.
Oh yeah. LJG Racing's looking to bring home a race win here today. 15 laps to go for Patrick Millett in that number 14 machine.
'31 car making a little bit of contact with the wall. Watch back here, Jeffrey Parker. And oh, he's in the wall again on the front stretch. Got a little loose out of the corner. That's going to put Ryan Warp all over his back bumper here.
So everything's settled down for the moment. So Ryan Warp is trying to make his way around that number 31 of Jeffrey Parker. So let's go ahead and jump back up here with your race leader, Patrick Millett. He has led 61 laps so far here today, as we have 11 laps to go this time at Darlington. Sam Lubers is definitely starting to fall back, as he's fallen back to just about 0.8 seconds back. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time or enough speed to be able to catch up to Millett Um, so it's going to be very interesting to see here who saved enough uh, enough tires for the final 10 laps.
And now I want to say this season between multiple series, Stephen Luttrell has been really showing his inner Chase Elliott. You know, not necessarily winning every race, but being very consistent of being in the top five throughout most of the series here,
Yeah,
and making sure he's able to get some very good points.
yeah, definitely. I have to agree with that 1,000%. He's really turned up, the notch in that Latrell Racing number 36. So, he's just doing a fantastic job, and he needs to keep it up because I think he has a potential to win a championship. So I think that's just something that he's got to keep his eyes on. You know, keep his eye on the prize there for the end of this thing.
Yeah, and I had the pleasure of interviewing him after one of the first wins of the season. I believe what he said was he decided he needed to step his game up and try to race a little better. And it seems like it's been paying off here. He's definitely been showing that he has contention to run for a championship. Or he is in the contention to run for a championship, I should say. There we go.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Looks like we have someone coming down to pits. Oh,
Yep.
never mind. Just on the apron, letting the leaders by. Very smart choice there.
Yeah, 5 laps to go now for Patrick Millett in that number 14 Miller Genuine Draft Ford Mustang. Sam Lubers, he is right there on his back bumper though. He does have him in his sights, but I don't think he's going to have enough to be able to actually catch him here at the closing laps of this race.
Well, we'll say a couple laps ago, Millet did get into the wall, which allowed Lubers to catch up to him a little bit more. It seems like Lubers is able to keep it out of the wall, but Millet's having a little bit of issues there every now and again. But if he has, Lubers is point for it back. If he has another one, maybe two more little taps to the wall, it's going to check him up enough to give Lubers a chance to try to send it under him here, potentially coming to the last lap.
Yeah. So as we had a very nice, good, clean look at that Stephen Luttrell machine, I saw that he had LuttrellRacing.com on his side, and I was like, you know what? Here in the closing laps, let me take a look. And sure enough, I went over there, and he's got a nice little clean website for LuttrellRacing.com. Nice, beautiful, simple for the moment. But bringing our attention back to your race leader, Patrick Millett, in that number 14 machine, who's being chased by that number 16 of Sam Lubers. They're going to come here out of turn number 4, and they're going to get the popsicle sticks from your flagman Barney. 2 laps to go here at Darlington. Go ahead.
And Patrick Millett, hard charger, potentially most laps led, going to get a point for lap led, and potentially even the race win here. So looking at a very good points day, potentially, as he is currently up 12 spots sitting in first. And we are coming around for the white flag if you want to go ahead and take it back over.
Yes, sir. White flag is in the air for Patrick Millett. This is the last chance for Sam Lubers to make a run if he's going to try it. Not going to get much out of turn number 2. He's fallen back to 0.6 seconds. And ladies and gentlemen, there's no way he could catch him. Patrick Millett, driver of that Miller Genuine Draft Beer number 14 Ford Mustang, will bring it home here at Darlington. What an incredible run out of that driver of that number 14 machine. He was fast and consistent all day long. And man, let me tell you what, that was just an incredible race all around. Stephen Luttrell in that number 36 machine, he will bring it home third, followed by Brandon Puffenbarger and David Davis in that number 5 machine. Stephen Luttrell gets just absolutely blindsided by Jonathan Stidham in that number 42 machine.
Hey, man, he just meant to rattle his cage a little bit, you know?
But let's get down here to your race winner, Patrick Millett in the number 14 machine. What an incredible run out of that driver.
And Brandon Pufferberger said he only had 0.5 of a lap left in his car, so I would hate to imagine what some of these other guys had.
Oh, yeah, for sure. As you see Patrick Millett doing the backward salute. And while we're waiting for the drivers to come on up into the waiting room, let's go ahead and take a look here at your race results. Patrick Millett led 73 laps today here for the race win, followed by Sam Lubers in the number 16, and that 36 machine of Stephen Luttrell will bring it home third. Fourth, you've got Brandon Puffenbarger and David Davis will round out your top 5. Cody Benelli, Kirby Wainscott, Ryan Warp, Jeffrey Parker, and Alex Teft will round out your top 10. Andrew Teft will bring it home 11th. Jonathan Stidham 12th. Trevor Fettig 13th. Adam Squires 14th. Kensley Smith 15th. Chris Lawrence 16th. And rounding out your field today is going to be the number 92 of Timothy Eisburn. Your hard charger of the award will go to Patrick Millett in that number 14 machine, along with the most laps led and your fastest lap of the race. So he's got maximum points for this race, which is going to help him greatly in the point standings. Your pole sitter for today was Jeffrey Parker in that number 31 machine. We did have 5 cautions for a total of 14 laps, and we did run a total of 147 laps for 192.37 miles. So not a bad race whatsoever all around here. Race was honestly, I'm not going to lie, it's a lot cleaner than I anticipated it to be here at Darlington. As we know, this is one tough track to tame. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and see who we've got to talk with down below.
We got our third place finisher, Stephen Luttrell, if you're ready to bring him up.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring up your third place driver of that number 36 LuttrellRacing.com Toyota. Steven, it's Mike and Dakota up in the booth. You got a copy?
Stephen, if you're talking, we can't hear you, sir. You got a copy. All right, maybe we interview our second place finisher and bring him back up here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll bring Steven back up, guys. Sam Lubers, driver of that number 16 machine. Sam, it's Mike and Dakota up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Man, Sam, what an incredible day for you. Moved up 5 spots. got home second. You did have a little bit of issues early on in the race, but you came back absolutely thriving and trying to take over that race lead. How was your day overall for you? And man, what would you have to do different in order to catch up to Patrick?
Yeah, Darlington, it's a war, man. You can't worry about the battles. Like I got spun coming out of two. I don't even know, 30 laps, 40 laps in, and you're allowed to be mad for like 15 seconds, and then you have to move on. I knew there's a ton of race left, and just kept chugging. There at the end, boy, I got close to him once when he got held up by a lap car. And if I didn't get him right then, I was stuck. The dirty air coming off him, just it's so I kept trying to run where he wasn't, but all he had to do was cut across me, and I was done. The car got so tight every time he was in front of me.
So for you, how important was that clean air
Oh yeah,
overall?
yeah. If you didn't have a big tire advantage, you weren't getting somebody if you were behind them, and you're basically waiting for them to make a mistake and pounce on it. Uh, it's it's super tough to make your own run to get by somebody, because once you're within about 8/10 of them, you're just so tight if they're in front of you.
Yep, definitely fair. Dakota, do you have any questions for your runner-up?
No, sir. I will say though, I was talking to Mike about that. It seemed like you kept closing in, just getting it down about 0.5, 0.4, and it's like you was falling off. But like I was telling him, that dirty air was really killing you there. It seemed like you had a faster car. You just wasn't able to really do anything with it. But again, congratulations on your P2 finish. And is there anyone you want to thank or shout out for helping you get the job done today?
Thanks for the group for putting this on. Thanks for you guys for being here. It's a fun league. Everybody's super relaxed but super competitive at the same time, and it's just fun to be out here racing with everybody. So appreciate everybody in the group and you guys.
Absolutely, and we definitely appreciate you coming out and racing with us. Well, congratulations, Sam, once again on your second place, and we'll see you next week when we head to the paperclip.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, your runner-up driver, that number 16 machine, Sam Lubers. Let's go ahead and try to bring up your third place finisher. Never mind, he jumped ship. So let's go ahead and talk to your race winner, driver of that Miller Genuine Draft. Number 14, Ford Mustang, Patrick Millett. Patrick, Mike Dakota up in the booth. You got a copy?
You gotcha. Or I gotcha.
Patrick, man, what an incredible run for you. Hard charger, fastest lap, most laps led, and you won, maximizing your points here today for the Sunday Premier Series with Racers Elite. Man, talk us how fast that Miller draft car was today, and what was your thoughts on that final run?
Yeah, well, just these tracks, I just love these tracks. I mean, you guys have seen me in different stuff like Xfinity and stuff like that. Like anything that wears the tires, I feel really confident going into, I guess. I should have won the Gen 4 race. Lap car got me. I was passing for the lead, so I kind of come run this today and try to get rid of that bad memory. But watching Cody in the beginning of the race, Cody stayed out on old tires, and Andrew had like 15 lap newer tires, and I had just pitted, and he held them off until he actually went and pitted. So it was just about trying to get on that last run, trying to be him first, and having the clean air. And that was really it. Like I think Sam might have been a little bit faster some laps and stuff, but I knew if he got close to me, I was just going to burn stuff up. Like so, yeah, it was a good run.
Yeah, I was actually going to ask, how much of your equipment did you use up? Just trying to keep Sam, at that, safe 0.6, 0.7 separation between you guys. Were you using up a lot of your equipment as well, or were you able to save enough just in case?
Yeah, I was riding mostly, and then I got to a lap car. I think it was Kirby or whatever, and he was fighting to stay on the lead on a lead lap, or he was going not trying to go 2 laps down, be the first one. I don't know, but didn't do anything wrong. It's just as soon as you get anywhere close to within a second of them, it feels like you start using up your stuff. So if I didn't run into that, I think I would have had plenty, and I probably would have had a better end run to the end. But yeah, I was kind of just taking it easy, and that's all you kind of have to do when you're in first. But yeah, I kind of got burnt up. I forgot to check where my tires were at, but at the end of it, but I felt good still. If I didn't overdrive it, you just had to kind of just let it go.
Yeah, definitely, and you proved that you're able to do just that without killing too much time. Dakota, do you have any questions for your race winner here at Darlington?
You know, I'm kind of curious. How much fuel did you have left at the end of that race? I believe the 5 car said he only had about a half a lap left.
I had six and a half. Kirby asked me the same thing. I wasn't even thinking about it. I knew once I pitted, I was good enough, but I had 6 laps, so I don't know what was gallons wise what that was, but yeah, I had plenty. Did the 5 and us pit at the same time?
I think he pit pretty close to y'all. He said he was very low on fuel, but potentially maybe he didn't come down there on that last caution.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
did pit on the same lap 105, but what I'm assuming happened is that you put in just in case for Green-White-Checkers if you needed it.
Yeah, I usually I have mine set to like a gallon extra or so that might have been the extra laps that I had. And again, like I was off the throttle a lot too, so like I was just kind of rolling through 1 and 2 until I got to past the midway point, and same thing at 3 and 4. I never really on the gas, so maybe it was just being in front kind of helps you. Maybe in the back you have to use a little bit more throttle, but yeah, could be it.
Fair enough. And then one more question. Could you tell a difference in the car? Because I believe they should have had the extra horsepower today.
Oh, yeah, I think so for sure. I remember driving this before they did like the updates and stuff, and you on throttle off the corner, like I didn't really try to go full throttle until I was off and totally straight. If you tried to get a little antsy and try to get on early, it was no forgiveness. It felt like it just sent you around.
Fair enough. Well, who do you want to thank or shout out for helping you get the job done today?
So we'll thank the team there, LJG Racing, and my teammate Cody here. Thanks to you guys, Andrew, for always doing a good job, and yeah, it was fun.
And speaking of your team, y'all all finished. You got 2 in the top 5, and I believe the Not 10 machine finished 6th there. So pretty good points there for the team overall. It's definitely going to help y'all try to work your way up in the team standings. But again, congratulations on your P1 finish. Mike, you got anything else for him?
Nah, man, just congratulations on your win here, and will you be joining us over in Martinsville?
I'm not sure. We'll see. Well, definitely some of the other tracks I like, I'll try to join, but it's just really schedule dependent. But I'll be back
Gotcha.
on Thursday night for sure for the Gen 4 stuff.
All right, well, we'll see you for sure Thursday, and again, congratulations on your race win, and we'll see you then.
Thanks, boys. Have a good one.
You as well. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner here at Darlington Raceway, Patrick Millett, in that number 14 machine. Dakota, what are your final thoughts before we head out today?
Final thoughts was overall pretty good race. We only had, I believe, 4 cars DNF'd due to getting loose and getting into the wall, which just goes to show this horsepower update's doing its job. It's making the tracks a little more difficult, making it a little more racy. But heading in the next week, we're going to Martinsville. I believe you said the paperclip, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that's going to be a very interesting one because we will have the horsepower update there as well, and that is a very, very small track. It's going to be a lot of throttle control.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an absolute madness for next week. But that's what we absolutely love here at Racers Elite is we love our madness, and that's going to do it here for us at Darlington. And we'll see you guys Tuesday night when we come back for the Tuesday night Truck Series race live. From Sonoma. We're going road racing this week in the trucks, so can't wait to see everybody there. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, you guys know how it goes. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and always remember, no matter what you do in life, ladies and gentlemen, have fun doing it. If it's not fun, go and make it fun, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time, you guys have yourself a beautiful, wonderful time zone.